talk about questions you should ask a potential wedding venue. Make sure to ask all of the questions that you have up front before you sign the contract, because that is when the venues are going to be flexible and eager to work with you. Here are some of the questions you should ask a potential venue. Ask the venue what the different options are for your ceremony, cocktail hour, and reception. The space may have different areas where you can hold each, so ask them what they recommend for your group size and also what other couples like to do. Also, ask them about the availability they have during your preferred dates. Keep in mind that you'll want to avoid Christmas week, Easter week, and spring break. Ask if they will be serving breakfast or lunch on the day of your wedding. Also, ask what time you are allowed to start the setup. Depending on the complexity of the setup, you will need to start anywhere from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you're getting married during fringe or rainy season, you will need a tent most likely. Keep in mind that tent setup will need to start early in the morning, 6 a.m., or they may want to do it the night before. Ask if they have enough furniture to cover your group. If they offer furniture that you're able to utilize, ask to see photos because it may not be of wedding quality, so make sure it looks great. Also, ask if they will be moving any unneeded furniture from the space or if you'll be responsible for it. For example, if there are any lounge chairs in the area or unneeded tables, make sure that they are going to clear that out for you. Ask to see their food and beverage menus. This will give you a good idea of the cost that you should expect on the wedding day. Also, ask what they include in their package. So, do they include with their catering package plateware, glassware, all of the utensils, napkins? Check to make sure if there is anything else that you need to rent that might be an additional cost. Ask when the payments are due and what the acceptable forms of payment are. Ask them to give you a calendar so that you know exactly which date each payment is due on. Also, ask about the applicable taxes and fees. A 13% sales tax is standard in Costa Rica, as well as a 10% service charge. Often, venues will add an administrative fee or another fee to cover their overhead costs, so make sure to ask about this in advance. Ask them how many weddings they have hosted at their location. Running a successful restaurant is going to be very different than running a successful wedding, so you'll want to ask about this specifically. A place that has hosted many weddings is going to give you much better service and have a much better understanding of the flow of the night than one that doesn't have much experience with it. Also, be sure to ask if they have a venue coordinator. A venue coordinator and a wedding coordinator are very different, but a venue coordinator that is dedicated to social events and weddings is going to be much more knowledgeable than just a restaurant manager. If you're planning to do a rainy season event or during the fringe rainy season, you'll want to ask whether or not a tent is required. Some may and some may not require a tent. Some may in order to keep their servers out of the rain and keep their furniture protected. You'll also want to ask if your wedding is going to be on the beach, if there are any different policies that they need to adhere to for turtle nesting or the local wildlife. If you're getting married at a hotel, ask if there is a certain percentage of guests that need to stay at the hotel, or if there is a minimum number of rooms that you need to fill. Also, ask what time the party can end. If it is outdoors, you may need to end at 10 p.m. or it may need to be moved inside at that time. Ask the venue if they allow outside vendors or if you need to choose from their preferred vendor list. Several venues, especially all-inclusive hotels, will require that you use their preferred vendors. And if they allow you to use outside vendors, they may charge you a fee to bring them on site. Ask to see the list of preferred vendors if this is the case. And finally, ask if there are any event-related policies that you have not yet discussed or that maybe aren't in their wedding brochure. Asking this simple question may result in them offering you information that you have forgotten to inquire about. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and head over to my blog, CostaRicaWeddingPlanning.com, for more valuable information about getting married in Costa Rica.